Hi, welcome back to my channel. Have you ever wondered how to purchase properties at a tax sale and start building your real estate portfolio? Well, today we're going to discuss some tips you need in order to buy tax lien properties right here in Fulton County, Georgia. If you're not familiar with Fulton County, Georgia, this county includes the city of Atlanta. So stay tuned for actionable steps, insider tips, and key takeaways to help you get started. So, first, let's break down what a tax sale is. When a property owner doesn't pay their property taxes, the county can auction off their property to recover the unpaid taxes. So, here in Fulton County, Georgia, this means you can bid on properties at a fraction of their market value. But it's very important to know the process before jumping in. Okay, I completed Dr. Bridget Bell's checklist for purchasing properties at a Fulton County, Georgia tax sale. This checklist is available to you. The link for this checklist is posted below this video. So definitely review it and post any questions that you have about it below this video. I'll be happy to answer. So the first phase is the preparation phase. You should understand the tax sale process. And let me say this before I go any further. This is not tax, legal, investing, or accounting advice. Please be sure to check with the professionals that can help you in those areas. So, the preparation phase, understand the tax sale process. The rules are written in Title 48 of the Georgia Code. Learn about Fulton County's tax sales process and timeline. This is included on the Fulton County tax sale link, which is also posted below. Verify that you are eligible to bid. You have to register. I believe it's at least 2 business days before each auction. The auction is the first Tuesday of every month. Is at the courthouse downtown in the city of Atlanta. It is actually on the courthouse steps. I have videos that show what that auction looks and feels like. So go to my previous videos if you want to see me walking up to a tax sale just to see what the vibe is. So again, you have to register in advance. It is required, and it's just your name. They ask for date of birth, I believe, and so driver's license number, but I don't give that information. I just give my name and my email address. Those two pieces of information are legitimate. But again, I'm not giving you any advice because they will check your driver's license if you are the winning bidder. Actually, they check your driver's license when you check in to bid on the day of the auction. So again, verify your eligibility to bid, research the properties, obtain the list of properties for sale. This list is online. I don't know that you can get it any other way, but it's online. And when you go to the auction in person, the day of the auction, they have a limited number of copies, but they will give you an updated list if you're there early enough. Oh, and as far as check-in, you have to check in the day of auction in person 15 minutes. Well, let me say this, no less than 15 minutes before the auction starts. So I believe the auction is at 10 a.m. You have to check in before 9:45, and they hold you to that. If you're there at 9:50, they will not allow you to check in. So you will not be able to bid. So definitely get there early. So again, get the list, review the property details for the properties that you're interested in. The details on the actual tax sale list will have the parcel number, if there's an address. That's really about it. The tax sale court filing number. So you would have to do a little additional research on the Fulton County property assessor's website to determine like what the county values the property at and so forth. And again, I have previous videos that walk through this process. So research any liens, mortgages, and other encumbrances with the tax sale. And again, I'm not giving you any tax, legal, investing, or accounting advice, but with the tax sale, it is an absolute sale. So if there are any liens and you win the property at auction, you get it free and clear of any other liens. If it's a tax sale, not a mortgage foreclosure, totally different. Conduct your due diligence. Visit the properties that you're interested in. Just drive by. If it's a house and you may think someone's living there, do not disturb them. I do everything from the street. Really, I do everything from Google Maps before I drive by, because looking at the property on Google Maps and being able to do the street view and walk up and down the street on Google Maps helps me eliminate properties I'm not interested in so that I don't have to drive by. So check zoning regulations and potential restrictions. Make sure the property is zoned for what you want to do with the property. And again, that's on the Fulton County Tax Assessor's website. And I have a previous video about how to do that research as well. Verify unpaid tax amount and other associated fees. So know what the opening bid will be if that property goes to auction. Because sometimes, or a majority of the times, the owners will pay the taxes in full before the auction. So when you get the updated list the day of the auction, a property that you're interested in might not be on the auction. Set a budget. Decide on your maximum bid for the property, that you're interested in, because it gets pretty frenzied. It goes very fast. So know what your maximum is. If your maximum is $10,000, stick to that. Don't get caught up in a bidding war. Stick to that number. You don't want to overpay. Account for post-purchase costs. You will have to pay an attorney if the owner doesn't redeem the property from you or buy back the property from you within 1 year, 12 months. 1 year or 12 months. So you will have to pay an attorney to do a quiet title action. You might have to do some type of maintenance on the property as far as for vandalism and so forth, but you still can add that to the amount that the owner has to reimburse you. So at auction day, confirm the auction details. Double check the date, time, and location of the auction. Again, it's the first Tuesday of every month. The time is 10 a.m. Location, if it's Fulton County, it's on the Fulton County Courthouse steps, and that's the one on Pryor Street at MLK. Arrive early, but again, confirm that information for yourself. Arrive early to register or confirm your registration. Again, at 9:45, they cut off registration. If you're already registered, you will not be able to check in because you have to get a bidder number. So they stop all that at 9:45 a.m. on the dot. As far as the payment, once you know the properties that you have won, you will have your total amount. You can go downstairs in the courthouse to the sheriff's window and get a total. And then from there, I think you have until 2 p.m. I'm going to say 2 p.m., but confirm for yourself to come back with a certified check. I've never taken cash. I've always taken certified checks from the bank, from my bank. So make sure you have enough funds to cover your bids. This is why it's so important that you do not overbid. You have to have the funds. Remember, the sheriff is conducting the auction, and they have your information because you have to use your driver's license the day of the auction to check in. So please don't bid more than what you have available to settle up with the sheriff. So participate in the auction, follow the bidding rules and etiquette, keep track of the properties you bid on and won. As far as bidding rules and etiquette, I've said this in previous videos, you are not allowed to record. If the deputies see you recording, they're going to call you out on the spot because they are recording, and that's what they'll tell you. We're recording, we don't need you to record. So definitely do not have your phone out, look like you're recording, because they will approach you and ask you to stop recording. Try to get as close to the front as you can. Even though they have a microphone and speaker, it's not loud at all. So get as close to the sheriff as possible so that you can hear. So post-purchase actions, complete payment and documentation. Pay the winning bid amount immediately or within the designated time. So once you pay, they'll give you a receipt and some additional information. So hold on to that information. Because remember, the redemption is up to 1 year. So anytime from the date that you purchase to 12 months or 1 year later, the owner has an opportunity to come back and buy that property from you or redeem it. So it's whatever your purchase price is. And again, this is not tax, legal, investing, or accounting advice, but they have to pay you the amount that you paid the sheriff plus 25% of that amount if it's within the first year. So keep records of your payment for reimbursement in case of redemption. Secure the property because you have an interest in the property now, at least for the next 12 months, waiting to see if the owner is going to redeem it. So you might have to board it up, you might have to mow the lawn, things of that nature. If you do, keep your receipts because you get to add that to the redemption. And plus, you'll get an extra 25% on those amounts as well. So if the property owner does not redeem the property, then you have to hire an attorney to initiate a quiet title action after the expiration of the redemption period. And so this is just to clear the property's title and to make you the rightful owner. So you will be on the title. So from there, you could develop the property if that's your goal, or you could sell it. We've done both with the properties that we've bought at tax sales, developed and sold. Some we hold, so really all three. So decide on what your plan is. You could develop, you could rent, or you could sell. Completely up to you and what makes your numbers work. So complete any necessary renovations of or upgrades if those are required. So, additional tips again, consult a real estate attorney who's familiar with Georgia tax sales, Georgia real estate code, and you can just Google that. And actually, some attorneys are going to reach out to you once they see that you have bought a property at the tax sale. And I'm not going to give amounts, but it's less than, well, I'm not going to give amounts. So just shop around as far as the attorneys go. Network with experienced investors for insights and advice. I'm an experienced investor. I don't mind sharing information. I get emails and I'll refer you back to my YouTube channel. Post your questions there so that everyone can see the question. I can respond publicly versus getting into a one on one. And no, at this time, I do not mentor. I get that email a lot. I'm not mentoring at this time. I just don't have the time, to be honest. I don't have the time. So stay updated on Fulton County tax sales procedures because they do change or they can change over time. It just depends. So again, I have a Dr. Bridget Bell's checklist for purchasing properties at a Fulton County, Georgia tax sale available for you to download, and it includes all of the information that I just presented. So I appreciate you listening to this video, watching this video. Please be sure to like and subscribe and post any questions that you have, and I'll be more than happy to respond. Until next time, happy investing.